podcast where art and wellness fly. Well, hi and welcome back to the Healthy Metal Hippie. This week, we are talking about Overwhelm. Yep, that's the one this week. Well, we did take a couple-week break, and last episode, we were talking about taking a rest, having a nice little bit of downtime, how we really connect with ourselves, how we make space in our minds for creativity to flow, for new thoughts, new ideas, breaking patterns, all these fun things that we all love to do. Today, it's all about overwhelm. So if you've been following along, you may know that I have just collaborated for, focus, there we go, for a chapter in this book, The Unshakable Entrepreneur. And if you pick this one up on Amazon and in Kindle, it is all about business. And my chapter is the one all about overwhelm. You'll find me. My chapter is called She Was Found in Overwhelm. And I pretty much couldn't sum it up better. Let's be real. I'm the second last chapter in there. And here I am. Little picture of me, everything else. Okay. This chapter is all about overwhelm. It starts with some of my favorite quotes and some of the things that I have kind of held to close to my heart throughout life. And so I thought in my chapter, I wanted to give you a little bit of my story, a little bit how I navigate things, and some of the fun that I've had over the last few years. It's not been an easy few years, which I think I have alluded to on many occasions. But you know what? It's been a huge period of growth, which I'm so incredibly thankful for. As I was writing this chapter, I was blown away when I look at really how far I've come about all the different things that I've done and winding up here where we are now and just continuing to go forward. It is really nice to look back and reflect on everything that's happened. And you know what? It was nice to do it briefly. So I'm going to give you a little overview today of my chapter, and I hope that you'll pick up the book. We are #1 bestseller in the Amazon book charts in small business and a few other categories. So I would so love if you want to check it out, either the Kindle version or the paperback version. And it is chunky, and there's so many incredible chapters in there from a whole bunch of different women in business and entrepreneurs and people who were like getting through the hard times. So my chapter, like I say, it's about overwhelm. I came to the UK and I had this like beautiful idea of how life was going to look and how everything was going to be. And to put it nicely, no, things did not end up the way that I thought that they would be. But after I split up with my husband, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I had some really awful discoveries about just everything. I was diagnosed with PTSD, and then only a few months later, I was very excited because I thought, life is just going to continue forward, and that's just that. And then I lost my job, and I kind of had a moment where I was like, oh, fuck. Like, what do I do from here? And I think that's where I decided that it was time that I actually needed to step into the things that I've always been dreaming of. My big things that I love are music, their fashion, their wellness, their makeup, and they're just feeling good, right? And so over the past few years, I've been trying to figure out how in the heck do I actually put this stuff together while I'm working through PTSD, while I'm being a single parent, while I'm trying to run a business, while I'm dealing with my own other mental health struggles. And yeah, it's hard. And so I give a roadmap in my chapter. We are talking a lot about getting yourself organized, about cutting some of the clutter in your headspace, in your physical space, that's going to help you move forward a bit. I am not diagnosed, but I am certain that, just like my son, I have ADHD. I'm quite certain. You know what? It's been a good awakening, because it's been good to realize this, because now I feel like I understand the way that I operate a little bit better now, and it helps me. It helps me with my work. The thing that gets me often is my severe rejection sensitivity. It is my ongoing womanly health issues, which, I hope are getting under control. And so I took all my ideas, and I ended up kind of running with a whole bunch of tiny businesses, and like inching some forward and inching some and pulling back some, and just trying to figure it out. One of the biggest things that I have found is streamlining everything. In business, you're going to talk about streamlining operations, right? Well, you need to do the same thing with your life. You need to streamline your home operations. I am not perfect. I am not some magical unicorn woman. I am not. But what I have found is streamlining some of your home things is really helpful. And then it's going to help you streamline some of your business things. This is in some ways where the Healthy Metal Hippie came from too. When I decided that this was actually going to be my overarching brand, where I also do my beauty and fashion stuff with the subscription box, the Heavy Metal Hippie subscription box, while I still work with artists and do podcast production and social media management and everything else with Heavy Metal Hippie music. But this is the overarching brand, because our big thing is about leaving people better than you found them, creating joy, adding something positive to the world. Pretty simple when it comes down to it, right? I talk a lot about here that I could not get, one, I had some help from coaching and some incredible business communities for women that I have been part of. And it's really helped me gain that clarity about streamlining. I pulled some bits of my business operations back. I really narrowed down to what the heck I even want to do and how does it look. And now it's like I have this roadmap forward, and that's been incredibly helpful. The thing is, until I started to work through the mental overwhelm, which certainly comes in waves still, then none of that stuff would have been possible. So I think for me, I desperately had to get my home space in order. I needed spaces that worked for me and would work for my business and work for everything else. Right now, you're looking at one of them. This room used to just kind of be a dressing room and / office. Started last year. I changed the whole thing. I painted it. I got my cute Healthy Metal Hippie sign, which you actually never really see on this podcast. I started organizing things. I surrounded myself with things that make me happy. I released the things that don't work for me, that the clothes that don't look good, they don't fit, they don't whatever. Go back to our decluttering episode. It's always a work in progress, because let's be real, we're always accumulating things. We just are. But giving ourselves vision, giving ourselves space, letting ourselves take that time to reset and relax and reconnect is life-changing. I will say, look, I'm not great at it. I am working on it. I see the benefit of it. I push for it. And then sometimes I don't follow through. But what I've noticed is that if it's something that you can even semi-regularly stick to, that is going to be transformative for your life. Whether it's in your personal lives, your professional lives, and your creative endeavors, whatever it is, it's going to be really, really beneficial for you. My chapter is called She Found Herself in Overwhelm, because that's exactly where I was going through it. I actually wrote this chapter while I was feeling quite overwhelmed. And part of what I talk about in it as well is that need to look back and really reflect on where you started, where you are now, where you are intending to go, and setting up your goals, making sure they are aligned with that life that you actually are wanting to have and working on building for yourself. I feel extremely happy because I don't know, I might have mentioned this actually, but I did my kind of 6-month review looking at how I ended last year, how I started this year, what my goals are for this year, and, where I'm at this far in. No, it is not everywhere that I wanted to be. But I can tell you with absolute certainty, I've already crossed off about half of the goals I had for this year, and I truthfully didn't think I had crossed off any. I am looking at it and feeling quite proud, feeling quite motivated. And for me, that little piece of seeing things on the right track, that is so helpful for me to actually push me forward. Like I've talked about before, getting feedback, but being able to see tangible progress towards your goal where you don't feel like, oh, this is for nothing. You can start to see that, no, this is for something and it's worth it. Periods of overwhelm will always come up for us. And it doesn't matter who you are, how successful you are, doesn't matter any of it, your socioeconomic status, it really doesn't matter. Everybody comes up with overwhelm sometimes, but it is how we deal with it and how we move on from it, work through it. That's what makes the difference. It is okay for you to be bold and be brave in the things that you want. As I do put it in the book, I want you to be a stubborn bitch. I want you to stand up and shout about the things that you are doing and all the great that you are, because I know you are. You wouldn't be watching this podcast if you weren't. But when you continue to act like a stubborn bitch, then you can start fiercely moving forward for what you want. And it really helps you set boundaries. It helps you on your path forward, and it helps reaffirm that you are aware of everything that you want in life. So overwhelm can be your friend. It can be your enemy. It can drive you. It could totally derail you, but how you go into it is going to be the key to how you get through. I hope that this is helpful for you. I hope you will pop down to Amazon, grab The Unshakable Entrepreneur. We are still in the charts as of recording this, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so thankful to be part of this project. Again, I know a number of the authors that are also part of this, and it is simply a fabulous book. Whether you're a business owner or just navigating your regular life, your professional life, there's going to be little nuggets of wisdom in there for you. So go check it out. Hit me up if you have any questions. Do you have a period of overwhelm that you would like to tell me about? Pop me an email, drop me a comment. Can't wait to hear from you. Lots of love. See you later. Bye. Thanks so much for joining us on the Healthy Metal Hippie podcast. For more ways to connect, go to www.healthymetalhippie.com.